back to my channel. It's Furnace Explains It All. Today I am showing you how to make these really cool custom crayon sets. I found these on TikTok and I thought they were so cool to make, and so I found that they were actually pretty easy. They make really great gifts for kids for Valentine's Day coming up or for birthdays, and they're really fun to make with older kids too. It's a good craft to do with them. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and I'll be right back. First, I'm starting with my crayons. I bought a few large boxes to have enough wax for the 11 names that I needed to make. So I'm starting by removing the wrappers, and as you can see, most are already done, but to show you the fastest method I found, I am cutting them with an X-Acto knife instead of peeling them, much less painful. Next, you'll need a silicone mold. So I bought this from Amazon for $8.99, and this cute paw print mold for $6.29 for a party that I'm throwing. I picked out two colors of crayons that complemented each other and just snapped them into pieces, kind of filling each letter in the mold, and I found that each letter took about 2 crayons, maybe a little bit less, and the paw prints took 3 full crayons each. So don't be afraid to overfill them and just have pieces sticking up a little bit, because the wax will melt down and you want a nice thick crayon so they don't snap into half. So this is the fun creative part where you just get to pick colors that go together. Next, you'll bake them in the oven at 300 degrees for anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes, or you can actually do it in a toaster oven. I did this for the smaller paw molds at 250 degrees for about 8 minutes. And here's a nice time lapse showing them melting down, which is so satisfying to watch. They all look nice and liquid when they're done, and they might even have some small bubbles. And so this is what they look like fresh out of the oven, and I was instantly in love with how cool they looked. I tried to keep them kind of level and minimize the amount that I moved them around so that the colors didn't mix together too much. I really liked the separation of colors. So to let these cool, you can set them on the countertop, or if you're impatient like me, you can actually pop them in the fridge or the freezer for about 10 minutes. Once they're set, they can be demolded. So go slow and use caution here to carefully peel the mold back from the wax. They were looking so cool, but I ended up going too quickly on one of these and I snapped one of the letters. So if that happens and you break one, just leave it in the mold and remelt it back down in the oven and then repeat the cooling process. Here are some of the letters from this batch looking awesome, and now we're ready to package. So I packaged these in clear acrylic favor boxes. These are about 8 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches, and I got 30 of these boxes for $15 on Amazon. So I slide each letter into the box face down and then carefully packed in some white paper shred from the Dollar Tree, trying not to move the letters too much. And here's what it looks like. So my only complaint is the dust from the paper shred that kind of gets on the crayons and sticks to the plastic. And the crayons sliding across the plastic leave little wax streaks, but I really don't know a better way to avoid that. Another option is to use tissue paper. So if you want to do that, just ball up some tissue and stuff it behind the letters. But I liked the shred look best despite the dust. So that is everything. As you can see, very simple. Didn't take a whole lot of time just to put everything together, and they turned out really stunning. Let me know if you have questions in the comments below. I'm happy to help, and I'll see you next time for the next DIY. Bye guys.